Rock music has always been a battleground, a place where rebellion meets passion, where voices rise above the noise to shake the world. Among those voices are 5 women who refuse to be anything less than powerful: Lzzy Hale, Amy Lee, Maria Brink, Taylor Momsen, and Poppy. Each took a different road, but all arrived at the same destination, at the forefront of rock and metal, rewriting the rules as they went. From the moment Lzzy Hale picked up a guitar, she knew exactly where she belonged. On stage, under the glow of spotlights, drowning in the roar of a crowd. Growing up in Red Lion, Pennsylvania, she and her brother, Lzzy Hale, spent their childhood writing songs and dreaming of a band that could take on the world. That dream became Halestorm, a band that would eventually win a Grammy for Best Hard Rock/Metal Performance in 2013. Lzzy's voice, a fiery mix of raw power and emotion, became one of the most recognizable sounds in modern rock. She shattered expectations, proving that women could not only stand on the same stage as the greats, but dominate it. With hits like I Miss the Misery and Love Bites, So Do I, she paved the way for a new era of female-fronted rock bands. If there was ever a voice that could make the heavens tremble, it was Amy Lee's. Raised on classical piano and inspired by gothic literature, she didn't just want to make music, she wanted to create a world within it. That world became Evanescence, a band that emerged from the shadows in the early 2000s with the hauntingly beautiful Bring Me to Life. The band's debut album, Fallen, sold over 17 million copies, proving that rock could be ethereal, poetic, and deeply personal. But Amy wasn't just a singer, she was a fighter. She battled through label struggles and personal losses, always staying true to her artistic vision. Her music became anthems for outsiders, dreamers, and anyone who had ever felt like they didn't belong. Maria Brink's story is one of survival. Born in Schenectady, New York, she faced a difficult childhood filled with hardship. But instead of letting it break her, she turned her pain into power. She founded In This Moment, a band that became known for its theatrical performances and unapologetic femininity. Maria didn't just perform on stage, she commanded it. Draped in gothic veils or dressed as a twisted ringmaster, she turned every show into a spectacle, with songs like Whore and Blood becoming anthems of empowerment. She was proof that metal wasn't just about aggression, it could also be about transformation and self-reinvention. For years, the world knew Taylor Momsen as something else, a child actress, Cindy Lou Who in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, or the troubled Jenny Humphrey on Gossip Girl. But inside, she was never meant for Hollywood. Her heart belonged to rock and roll. Leaving acting behind, she formed the Pretty Reckless, a band that blended grunge and hard rock in a way that hadn't been heard in years. Her husky, rebellious voice turned heads, and before long, she made history, becoming the first female-fronted band to have 4 #1 songs on the Billboard mainstream rock chart. With hits like Make Me Wanna Die and Heaven Knows, she stepped out of the shadow of acting and into the spotlight of rock, proving that her place was behind a microphone, not a camera. And then there was Poppy, a mystery wrapped in digital static, a futuristic enigma who blurred the lines between pop, metal, and performance art. She started as an internet phenomenon. Her early videos were eerie, surreal, and robotic, leaving audiences unsure if she was a real person or an artificial creation. But when she transitioned into music, she shattered expectations. Her 2020 album, I Disagree, was a genre-bending masterpiece, fusing J-pop, industrial metal, and electronic beats. In 2021, she became the first solo female artist ever nominated for a Grammy in the Best Metal Performance category. Poppy didn't just enter the rock world. She hacked it, twisted it, and reprogrammed it into something entirely new. Each of these women took a different road to get here, but they all share the same spirit: fearless, unapologetic, and unwilling to be defined by anyone else's expectations. They've carved their names into the history of rock, standing on the shoulders of legends while making their own mark on the future. They are not just rock stars, they are icons,